And hello, everyone. My name is Crystal Myers-Barber. Well, today is February the 8th, 2025, and I have quite a show for you today. I want to thank you for tuning in, and I want to thank you for watching live on Facebook and on YouTube. I do have the comments turned on, so go ahead and let's have fun. Go ahead and comment. I'll read those together with you. And let me just get started. We're going to start out with Tom Homan, who is Donald Trump's appointed border czar. And I mean, he means business, and he means business now.
Focus on public safety threats and national security threats. They're first. They're coming first. And Trenda Agua, your days are numbered. My game's bigger than your game.
No, I don't have a number. I want to arrest as many people as we can with the resources we have. Want to be the most efficient we can based on prioritization. There's no limit.
We need Tom Homan here in Chicago. We need Donald Trump.
Immigrants invading, countries gonna break.
I don't want to get in trouble with, YouTube, the way they do things here. So let's see here. Basically, Tom Homan is not playing around, and I have a couple more videos that I want to show you. Also, tomorrow is the Super Bowl, and Elon Musk has pledged to use his own money, about $40 million, to run 5 commercials. And so since he's bringing it like it's hot right now and crushing so many departments, I don't think that you want to miss that. Let's go back over and see what else Tom had to say.
That, we're going to escalate. So let me ask you about the cartels. They've made a clear warning to you and to the United States that, we're going to escalate our violence. So now we're seeing not only Mexican troops after this deal that Trump made with Mexico's president, and also U.S. troops headed to the border. How are you going to utilize the military? We know what the military can and can't do domestically, but in a scenario like this, how do you plan on using the military? Could they get involved in the violence if the cartels strike?
Yes, and we expect them to. But the Mexican military, President Trump's able to get Mexico to put military on their northern border. That will certainly help. I think the cartels would be foolish to take on the military, but we know they've taken on the Mexican military before. But now we have the United States military on the border. We got the men and women of the Border Patrol. Do I expect violence to escalate? Absolutely, because the cartels are making record amounts of money. They're making record amounts of money in alien smuggling and trafficking of women and children and drugs. However, as we secure the border, which we've gone long ways to securing the border, crossings are down like 76%. We're taking money out of their pocket. They're not going to wait quietly, and that's why President Trump designated them terrorist organizations. I would send a warning to them. You heard a Border Patrol lady, you heard a soldier. The wrath of President Trump's going to come down.
Does that mean the military, our troops, U.S. military at the border with weapons, using weapons if need be?
They need to protect themselves. But the cartels, again, let me give the cartels a warning. If you harm a Border Patrol agent or a soldier, the whole world's going to come down to you. President Trump is a strong president. He is strong enough, and he has the ability to wipe them off the face of the earth. Now, that's the reason they were called terrorist organizations, designated terrorist organizations, because they've killed more Americans with their fentanyl, their drugs, than any terrorist organization in the world. They are now designated terrorists. Do not harm our troops, or President Trump will bring hell rain down, and he has the ability to wipe them off the face of the earth. They can claim they're a pretty tough organization, the cartels, and they are, but they're not stronger than the power of President Trump.
And let me tell you what, he is not playing. And he is a hero. I love him. I love watching everything about Tom Homan, because you just heard him say that these cartels, he's naming names. He's saying, fentanyl is coming in across the border. They are responsible for killing millions of Americans with this drug. And I see it. I know what fentanyl does to people. It makes them bend over forward. I mean, it's just disgusting to watch. I know when people are on this drug, because of how they are walking, they look like zombies. in addition to that, he talked about how they're trafficking children and women. He named out children and women. And so he's declared them a terrorist organization. He is not playing, and neither is President Trump. As a matter of fact, President Trump has just appointed Pam Bondi as Attorney General, and she was just sworn in. And the first day in office, what did she do? She asked for the Epstein list to be released. Not only that, this too. Let's watch this.
Of law enforcement who are out there trying to protect their citizens. Not only did we sue today the city of Chicago, we sued the state of Illinois, we sued the mayor, we sued the governor, and we sued others. And let me be very clear, if you don't comply with federal law, you're going to be next.
So basically, in the clip that I don't have the whole thing queued up, she stopped federal funding for all sanctuary cities. And she just said they went and they sued all these, they're suing governors basically that are not working with them. And California, where I am, is a gigantic hiding place for criminals. And that's what a sanctuary is. I remember fighting against it. I think it all started in either 17 or 18. And so this is just crazy, but Gavin Newsom is trying to fight against that, even though he just had a meeting with President Trump. I think it was yesterday for 90 minutes or the day before. And there was not a whole lot about it. But Carl DeMaio, who's a rep here in California, has all the information on, Twitter. Now, if you're not following me on Twitter, go ahead and find me there. And also on TikTok, which is really where all the news is breaking. TikTok and also Twitter or X for me is PromoGirl07. TikTok, unfortunately, although it has an amazing information, when they shut the app down a few weeks ago, they scrubbed a lot of things. They scrubbed the fire information and the drone stuff and some things. And they're definitely gatekeeping to protect deep state people, I noticed. But other than that, there is a way to get information out. You just have to be really careful. I'm always in trouble with that app. I get in trouble here on Facebook. I haven't been posting as much on YouTube, but it seems like I stay in trouble. So because I just really try to show the truth and everything. Let's see what else I have.
Let me start with you've cracked down on sanctuary cities. The DOJ has put a pause on all federal funding to sanctuary cities and states. You filed a lawsuit against Chicago and the state of Illinois for being a sanctuary city. Am I wrong in my interpretation that a sanctuary city is aiding and abetting in lawbreaking?
Sean, what they're doing is they are choosing illegal aliens over the safety and security of their own citizens and the men and women of law enforcement who are out there trying to protect their citizens. Not only did we sue today the city of Chicago, we sued the state of Illinois, we sued the mayor, we sued the governor, and we sued others. And let me be very clear, if you don't comply with federal law, you're going to be next.
And let me tell you what, I tell you, I don't understand how. I really don't understand how Gavin Newsom can try to Trump-proof, as what they're saying, the state. We bind and we rebuke that in the name of Jesus. As a matter of fact, we're watching law and order come back, okay? And it's coming back big. Another thing, I want to show you one more video on Tom Homan, because I just can't get enough of him. He does such an amazing job. He's being having technical difficulties. I don't know why. I don't know how long my mic was out. I'm hoping that it was okay. But as I was saying, these people that Trump has appointed, they're not playing, and they're not playing games. Okay, another video to get me in trouble on YouTube. On TikTok, they let you play whatever you want to play, but it's a little different. We're going to switch gears for a moment, and we're going to leave the whole immigration thing, which turned into a nightmare last weekend. I caught quite a bit of the they started with protests, and then they turned into riots, and I caught quite a bit of that. And this began, I think, last Friday, where all these people filled the streets in Los Angeles and many other cities, and it launched off, and it's been continually going every day since then. There were arrests made. There's been things happening with that, with just graffiti, destroying the city. And what they're protesting or rioting against is the deportation orders, from Donald Trump, of course, from President Trump. But it's totally too organized. There's no way it was organically started. And this is always a sign is when you see all those professional signs and people brought in, and they're paid. And then of course you have the people that are following that really, want to stand up, and they get mixed in and everything. But I saw that, and I have all that on my TikTok channel. I think I have some of it on my YouTube channel. I have a couple channels. So I really, extensively went into that, but so much is going on. I want to take us right over to the Department of Education and the whole USAID situation that has also unveiled, and this is something.
Elon Musk found the devil's checkbook in USAID, $85 million to the Clinton Foundation. It also funded Trump's first 2 impeachment runs. This is the mechanism for regime change all over the world, not just in other countries, but here. What is going to change now that they've had their dick cut off? All these corrupt fucks all screaming. Anybody that is making a fuss about USAID, it's because they are a corrupt piece of shit that has been profiting off of our stolen tax dollars. I mean, how the hell did the money even get from the US government into USAID? And this is not a new thing. This has been going on since 1963. 62 fucking years of this shit, people. And I want you to look up right now. Look up in your skies right now. Do you know what I don't see?
I don't agree with him. We're getting sprayed like crazy, so I'm gonna skip ahead.
Funds. How in the fucking?
I think with us, they're still funding the spraying. It's a hot mess here. So in California, it's different. I don't know where this guy is. I found him on TikTok, but he's just so mad, and this is righteous anger, and he's cussing like a sailor. I'm telling you, when you find out how deep this is and what these people have done. And I hung around Liz Crokin, who exposed sex trafficking. And when you realize, and this is why there's such passion in Tom Homan's, voice, and many times, Trump, they know what the hell's going on.
Your face? Who the fuck is still supporting these criminals like Elizabeth Warren? If we don't see arrests in the next fucking month, I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked because I have seen enough at this point.
If we don't see arrests, I'm just telling you, this shit is all a show.
That somebody better be building fucking gallows. Like, there's accountability that is necessary, and it best be coming. Pam Bondi, drop this fucking hammer. We need Kash Patel in there. This is going to be a new day. No longer are we going to be ruled over by these lying sacks of shit. And anybody arguing against it, don't even bother with them. Because if you're out there saying that the USAID, it's such a horrible thing that this got cut, you're an idiot. I don't need to hear from you. Don't even argue with them because they are irrelevant at this point. All that is going to dry up. The left-wing corrupt-ass media, it's all going to fucking fade away because they just had their funding cut. And with no money, there will be a lot less bullshit. Good luck to you all. Enjoy these beautiful fucking historic days.
Because we don't have them yet. So many times in the first administration, when Trump was president, I didn't feel like he was president of California. We're starting to see, oh God, yes, he is. And everybody's pretty much awake. And I figured the first 4 years, they attacked him so hard, and then he had the 4 years off. He just schemed and schemed and schemed. Who did he team up with? Not all these, not just all these amazing people he's appointing in his cabinet, but he teamed up with, I call him super intelligence. That's right, not intelligent, super intelligence, Elon Musk. And so it's time to bring you in and show you this part too, because why not? Let's just really let's get in here and let's see what is going on and why was this guy so mad? Before I show you how all these people were locked out of the building, the Department of Education, maybe we can go over a few items and we can get it, dig down into this in case you haven't seen. Well, on Twitter or on X, I still call it whatever, Twitter, it still comes up that way. Let's find this over here. There's several people exposing, USAID, and one account, this is just one example. They spent 159 million. These are from our taxes, and this is about basically you and I, we're going, to the gas stations, and we're, it just hurts to fill up with gas. Freaking egg prices are insane. Just eggs alone, groceries, in the old days of filling up your cart are kind of gone, and I watch people just walking around carrying 1 or 2, maybe 3 items, and you put things back. And, we have all these people, and this guy, that's why I showed this last guy who was cussing like a sailor. I'm not sorry, because he is so mad. He could not articulate the words. And when you realize things like maybe how much you're being affected by the taxes that you are paying, and it went into these people's pockets. And I'm going to show you the pockets. I'm going to show you how deep of how much they have. And they took it from the American people, from our taxes. You will be so effing pissed. You just seriously, there's got to be something done. And I mean, the way Trump is going after this and using Elon Musk is just insane. And so this is supposedly schools that were built in Pakistan, and someone actually let's watch this. This is what it looks like. I'm not even going to play the sound, but this is you can just tell this is money laundering. I mean, what? It's old, it's dusty. He's pointing out no glass in the windows. It's just incompletely built. So people are actually filming what their school looks like. And so the money, where did the 159 million really go? It was supposed to build 106 climate resilient schools in Pakistan. And so this is the result. And so people are exposing this. They are making videos all over. Let's just use X, and you can just put in USAID and you'll just be overwhelmed with it. And you can clearly see that this building here is not even completed. Look at this. Look at this. So there's no sound for some reason, but so what? It doesn't matter. I want to show you what's so amazing is Elon Musk is having so many attacks. He's changed his name to White House Tech Support, which is hilarious. I mean, and tomorrow, I don't even watch the Super Bowl. I'm not into sports at all. I can't even imagine what he's going to expose. They said they were going to audit the Pentagon, and they're doing things that are just I'm worried. I'm worried about, Trump's life. He even put out a message about how, if he gets assassinated by Iran, his plan with that. So, I mean, this is really, really crazy. And I can barely keep up. I'm sure you're the same way. So let's see if I have any comments. So, and there's stuff happening so much with DOGE. DOGE is the department. And so Trump is also being reimbursed, and he has lawsuits out all over the place. One of them is 60 Minutes. He's demanding $20 billion instead of his original $10 billion. And they are, this is CBS, and they had to release Kamala's raw interview, which I wouldn't even want to see because that's just such a distraction. But let's go back over and take a look at the people that couldn't get into their building.
We're members of Congress.
We're members of Congress. We're members of Congress.
We're coming in. Don't lock the door. We're coming in. Who are you?
You're not coming in.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you? Who are you?
Who are you, sir?
Do you have business here? Yes.
I've sent the Assistant Secretary a letter alerting her that we would be here today, and we've asked her for a meeting.
Yeah, I don't know that that's been accepted, so until that's accepted. It doesn't need to be accepted.
Who are you?
What authority do you have?
And what do you do here?
What do you do here?
Security responsibility.
Get out of the way. We pay for your job. We pay you.
We're members of
We pay you.
We're members of Congress.
Nobody is accepted in me.
members of Congress.
We haven't heard that from the Secretary. We haven't heard that from her spokesman.
I'm relaying that.
So
You are not the spokesman for the department. You are a security guard.
Can you identify
I already did. We are members of Congress. We'd like to enter the Department of Education.
You don't have any identification. Where's your ID?
We are not.
It's not good enough.
We are not a threat to security. We're members of Congress, and we want to ask a question.
We walked into the White House without having to go through magnetometers.
Can we get someone
This is an outrage. This is an outrage. This is an
We'd like
outrage.
to speak with someone who works here.
So what are you
Not
gonna
a
do? You
security
gonna beat
person.
us up if we go in?
I mean, you're gonna,
Turn it around. We can't see you. I'm a federal employee.
we're allowed to. I know we're allowed to go to that visitor's desk, like we have been allowed to do in past years. We are allowed to go to that visitor's desk. They should come out. They should come
Yeah,
out.
let him come out. Let him come out.
I told to come out here and block members of Congress.
Access entrance. You have the authority as a private security contractor to block members of Congress. That has been knighted and granted to you.
You have to at least let us go to the desk.
I just love how he just stands there and he just doesn't care.
Our job. We're doing our job.
Who on his own is making decisions on behalf of the Department of Education.
Yeah, the Department of Education completely shut down. Let's see. Oh gosh. I just want to see if there's anything else. The craziest thing on X, I had my original account had over 3,500 followers, and it was never restored. So when I started over, they will not allow me to have even 500 followers. Like someone on there just keeps removing them. I have thousands of followers on every account. It's insane. And within 6 months of being on TikTok, I have over 3,000 followers. I mean, easily. So I don't know what's going on. So if you come here, it's just crazy. If you go to my profile, I really do have been spending a lot more time on here because Twitter has actually so much better news than mainstream media, and mainstream media, legacy media has completely died. I mean, especially after this, people are breaking news at record speed. I mean, the legacy media comes out a day late with everything, even longer. So Elon Musk has announced he's temporarily freezing FEMA federal aid under DOGE, and he's going to be tracing destination of the funds. It's just incredible, and it's happening. It is.
And that mission
and I don't
to
know
get
why I don't have
things
sound
right.
on
We're not always right, but
here.
that's
That's
99% of the time.
And that's just stuff like this is just not normal. Like I'm the only, they pick on me so much. I don't know why I wouldn't have sound on here. So let's see if I can go to another idea here. So anyway, thanks for hanging in here with me. We're going to go take a look at something that I don't see a lot of people talking about. So let's see here. And that is a bunch of people in Congress who received kickbacks from the Ukraine aid. Remember, every single, like they were, I don't know if it's year or just all the time. It seemed like every few months they were passing all these bills in Congress to out, and they were giving it out to Ukraine, and we just couldn't figure it out. I had that pulled up, but it's not coming up right now, so I may have to come back to that. The White House, just going on the page is just amazing the way they're doing it. They had Trump on the front. Let's see if I can go back to the very first part. I can't get there for some reason, but they removed Spanish off of the whitehouse.gov, and I love it. That used to be on there, so that's completely gone. Trump has written over 300 executive orders. I know Paula White joined his team. She's someone I haven't heard a whole lot of people talking about. And there's just pages and pages of the executive orders, which would take forever. And Trump is meeting with world leaders. And he's doing a heck of a job. Japan just promised to bring $1 trillion worth of jobs back here to the U.S. And it just goes on and on. So when I come back in my part 2 segment, we're going to be talking about more about the U.S. AID and all the bad stuff that's going on there. Unless I can just bring it up now. Dave Hodges is somebody who I follow, and he has a show called The Common Sense Show. Everything that can get me banned, for sure, 100%. And that's another thing. Alex Jones, like, how does he keep having his shows? Have you ever thought about that? He has like such good information. You have to wonder. It's funny. He's so banned. And then, I mean, you read some of these executive orders Trump is putting out, like, it's like, what kind of world do we live in? He's stopping, men from being in women's sports, except for here, except for California. Gavin Newsom is fighting that. And, he's bringing back plastic straws. He's bringing back the old school light bulbs instead of LED light bulbs, which, by the way, have cameras inside of them and can track you. So I have a little news bulletin. So maybe I don't have to come back for part 2. I can just do it right here. Breaking news. So you can go to thecommonsenseshow.com, and I get a lot of really good updates from this. Trump suspends dozens in education department as DOGE devises plan to dismantle agency. At least 55 education department employees received an email Friday, which was yesterday, notifying them that they were being placed on a paid leave effective immediately, pursuant to Trump's executive order. Those placed on leave had lost access to their government email accounts, and they were told not to report to the office. While the exact reasons for the paid leave are unknown, most of the affected workers appear to have taken a voluntary diversity training seminar offered by the department. Meanwhile, according to the Wall Street Journal, Trump administration officials are weighing an executive order to dismantle the Department of Education. And I think he already did it, because I remember seeing the building and the signs gone. They did that yesterday as well. And because they're just uncovering all these funds. And that's the mission. That's why Elon Musk has a new position created by Donald Trump called DOGE, Department of Efficiency spending, education, efficiency, Department of Government Efficiency, because they want to learn where all this freaking money is going. They know there's so much corruption, and they came after Trump with a vengeance. And so now this is his hell unleashed back on them. And so they're all being taken down right now. Trump's team is reportedly hashing out when and how to pull the trigger, with some advisors urging patience until Education Secretary nominee Linda McMahon gets through her Senate confirmation. And there's a lot of holds on people that shouldn't be on hold. We're seeing that now, like with JFK. Let's see. So that's one report I really wanted you to know about. And WikiLeaks. USAID has been funding over 6,000 journalists worldwide across nearly 1,000 platforms. And we did learn, they leaked out that Politico received $8.1 million, but someone else did a lot of digging and they found that it was way more. It was over 30 million. And they found out that they were mostly the arm used against Trump in the Russia made up stuff. So they would be the ones that led all that stuff, all that junk, all those lies. So we'll just sum it up. So, and USAID, with this release of all this information, all these media places are totally being outed, including Associated Press, which has to have their stamp of approval on everything. Not only just Politico, BBC News, who I have been interviewed with for years, since 2016 as a Trump supporter. I've been on there off and on and off for 10 years now. And but I was a Trump supporter the whole time. So they are being outed, and they attacked. It's coming out that all these people, they attacked independent journalists and outlets such as Zero Hedge, and just really put them out of business. There's ones that, we just watched go down. And so while funding from Politico and others have come from all over the federal government, WikiLeaks, citing a RSF report, highlighted that USAID was funding over 6,200 journalists across 707 media outlets, 279 media NGOs, which includes 90% of the reporting out of Ukraine. Damn! Out of Ukraine. Here it is. Look at this. Look at all the money that went there. All that. All of our taxpayer dollars. All the money not only went into their pockets, but it funded lies. According to the RSF, the Trump administration's freeze on foreign aid, roughly $268 million earmarked to fund independent media, and the free flow of information has thrown journalism around the world into chaos. Whoa. I mean, I'm talking about daddy is shutting the money down. Almost immediately after the freeze went into effect, journalist organizations around the world that receive American aid funding started reaching out to RSF, expressing confusion, chaos, and uncertainty. They're probably like, they can't stay at their hotels, their $600 hotels, and eat their steak and lobster and go shopping and drop their sports cars and fly all over the place in their private jets. I'm guessing all that shut down. The affected organizations include large international NGOs that support independent media, like the International Fund for Public Interest Media, and smaller individual media outlets serving audiences living under repressive conditions in countries like Iran and Russia. USAID programs support independent media in more than 30 countries, but it's difficult to assess the full extent of the harm done to the global media. And it just goes on and on. The White House opened up 2 spots for people to come in and report that had, I think, TikTok channels or just a YouTube channel. I mean, it is a new day, and the old way of things is dying. So I want you to see this. I want you to see these Ukrainian kickbacks to these rhinos and Democrats, these fake Republican people that stand up there, pretend to have our back, but you know that they don't. I don't know all of their names, but some of their names on here are not going to surprise you. And then there are not some names that are not on here that I was surprised about, but I'm sure that's only because they just didn't reveal it. But these are the amounts of money that Ukrainian officials have given to U.S. politicians as kickbacks. So I want you to just take a deep breath with me. I'm going to go through. There's just a handful of them, but we have Joe Biden on top. He received $92 million. Okay, these people are career politicians that have so much money, and they've robbed us, we the people. Mitch McConnell, 80, he comes under, this probably is, I didn't think about this. Nope, it's not in an order of money. But Mitch McConnell, 89 million. Nancy Pelosi, who has been seen walking with a cane and just not feeling so good, has received $86 million. And this is just from kickbacks from Ukraine. This is nothing. They got so much more than this. Okay. This is all the bills that were being passed. And we were like, what the hell? We could send more freaking money to Ukraine. Guess who was taking it? Guess why? Even Zelensky came out and he talked about, and you can look this article up, there's money missing. He doesn't even know where it is, he said. Chuck Schumer, $66 million. Lindsey Graham. I think was he supposed to be like a Republican? 82 million. Even Nancy Pelosi calls him out. Mitt Romney, 71 million. John Cornyn, 41 million. Adam Little Pencil Neck Schiff, who actually Trump and Elon are going after right now, $62 million. Dan Crenshaw, 20 million. Elizabeth Cheney, she's in some hot water, $77 million. And Kevin McCarthy, who I never liked anyway, who definitely is a traitor, received $42 million. Jamie Raskin, $38 million. Mike Pence, $61 million. I always knew he was a bad apple. Greg Pence, I don't know who that is, $17 million. He's not that important because he didn't get sure as much as these other people. Rick Scott, $63 million. Hakeem Jeffries, $74 million. Ilhan Omar, who is destroying our country with her just, she's always trying to attack President Trump since day one. She received $33 million. Pocahontas, Elizabeth Warren, $42 million. This is being reported by Dave Hodges. This came out on Thursday, the 6th. I think this is when all those stories started breaking, you know, with all that USAID. So this is why so many people are so mad, so very mad. And they have good reason to be, because we know that they're traitors. These people, something's got to be done. I mean, if you're not mad, you don't understand this, what's happening. It's just sick. These people are sick. Here's the page. I love it. America is back. And then you have Trump up there. And you can go here on the whitehouse.gov and see all the 300 executive orders that he's passed. The administration as is coming in, and just all this other amazing information, including Air Force One, which I found to be so interesting because they upgraded it, and Trump is, flying around on this Boeing 747 200B series aircraft, and it has these, codes on there. it can withstand any attack, including electronic pulses, because I was really looking into this. But inside this, the president and his travel companions enjoy 4,000 square feet. This thing is mega big. Of floor space, and it has 3 levels, including an extensive suite for the president that features a large office. So, he's like always working, even when he's flying around the country, lavatory, and a conference room. Air Force One includes a medical suite that can function as an operating room, and a doctor is permanently on board. The plane's 2 food preparation galleys can feed 100 people at a time. Air Force One also has quarters for those who accompany the president, including senior advisors, Secret Service officers, traveling press, and other guests. Several cargo planes typically fly ahead of Air Force One to provide the president with vehicles and services needed in remote locations. Air Force One is maintained and operated by the Presidential Airlift Group, part of the White House Military Office. So, and I just thought that was so interesting. So when you look up in the sky, if it's in your area, definitely, you definitely want to get footage of that. That is something to see. And Trump was here when we were having the end of the fires. And so I have a lot of footage I still have to upload on my channel, and I'm going to do that. Anyway, God bless y'all. Thanks for watching. Just wanted to go over a few things. I have so much more to cover, but that'll be all for now, and I'll see you soon. God bless.